In the previous lesson, I mentioned that the odds are pretty good you're going to want to insert a picture of some kind into a publication as you're working in Publisher. And now that we've got the display picture options selected, we did that in the previous lesson, it's time to insert pictures into our publication. So what we're going to do is open up a publication that's been started for you and work with that. Let's go up to the Open button here. Navigate to the Lesson 7 folder of your exercise files, and you'll find Card 7A. Give that one a click and then open, and you'll see it's the beginnings of a greeting card. A greeting card for Valentine's Day. And we do have a big space here on the front cover of our greeting card for an image. An image or a picture can be clip art. It could be a digital photo. It could be a digital photo that's already on your computer. You've downloaded it, or it could be right on your camera. It could be a scanned image from a scanner. It could be word art. So we're going to look at some of these in this lesson and then some of the rest a little bit later on. But let's start with bringing in a file that's already on our computer. No matter what it is, we go up to the Insert menu up here, give it a click, and then come down to Picture. And over here on the submenu, you can see there's clip art. There's from File, so something that's already stored somewhere on my computer or attached to it. I can put an empty picture frame just to get layout and then worry about what goes in it a little bit later on. If I have a scanner attached to my computer or a digital camera attached to my computer and turned on, I can go get images directly from these devices. There's a content library we'll talk about later. Auto shapes we've already talked about, and there's word art, and we'll save that for a little later as well. Right now let's go up to From File, because I've got one stored on the computer for you if you're using the exercise files. So that means, of course, we need to navigate to the exercise files. So let's go to the Lesson 7 folder of your exercise files, just double-clicking to open up those folders. And there it is, called Dirty Dogs. And this is an image, a digital photo that was taken quite some time ago. So we click on that and click Insert, and it's inserted onto our card. The picture toolbar shows up, so if we want to do some editing, some simple editing with this image, we could. We'll save that for the next lesson, but right now let's just click on the picture itself and move it up, and then size it down so it fits nicely inside our frame. So just clicking and dragging the handles in the corners. I deselect by clicking outside the image, and there's my end result. So that looks pretty good, but I want to show you something that's even cooler so we can take it to the next step. We're going to click on the image and delete it by hitting delete on the keyboard. Because wouldn't it be cool if we could put that image inside a shape, like a heart, for example? Think about auto shapes for a second. We're going to go over to our Objects toolbar here, click the Auto Shapes button, and under Basic Shapes you're going to find the heart. There it is, right down there. So this will work with any shape, but we're going to draw a heart starting in the top left corner of our frame here. Click and drag down and across till we get a nice big heart on our screen, and now we want to put the image inside this auto shape. So the auto shape must be selected. You must see these handles around the outside, and now instead of going to Insert, we go to Format and down to Auto Shape, because that's what we're going to format. You can see under the Fill section that color shows no fill. Well, we don't really want a color, we don't want a pattern or a gradient. We're going to click the drop down and select Fill Effects, because from here you'll see that there is texture, pattern, and picture right there. Click that tab, and then you would select from pictures. Well, we don't see any. We're going to select the picture that's in our Lesson 7 folder by using this button down here. Click Select Picture, and again navigate to that same folder in your exercise files, the Lesson 7 folder, and that's where you'll find Dirty Dogs. Click on that, click Insert, inserts it into the picture frame here so we can see it. Notice that we've got a sample here, it's kind of squished together because of our shape, but we can lock the aspect ratio. Click that so that it doesn't get squished together, and click OK. And now we just click OK again, and it's inserted into our auto shape. So we can do some editing of this image. We still got our picture toolbar, so if we wanted to adjust the contrast and the brightness and the color, we could crop it down and stuff. Everything's cool though. We're going to leave it as is. We'll click outside the image to deselect, and there's our finished product. So that covers inserting a picture that's already on our computer from File. Next, we're going to look at that picture toolbar to do some simple editing before we move on to inserting clip art.